Hello, sexy souls. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this is going to be a message that you need to hear right now. This is a timeless reading as well, so you can come back and use this whenever you want. That's basically what that means. But yeah, this is going to be a kind of a short message, sort of. I'm not going to use too many cards. I'm sort of going to channel more messages that come through. And yes, we shall just get straight into it. So this is group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. Take as long as you need, and then the timestamps will be down below in the description box. And yes, I will see you in a second. Okay, hello, group number 1. So to start off, we are using the Star Spinner Tarot. I haven't really used this, I don't think, on YouTube yet. This is a new deck of mine, and these are the first 3 cards that we have. So we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Wheel of Fate, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, starting off, what am I picking up? The first thing that I am sort of getting from this energy, with the Hanged Man and the Ten of Wands, sort of like, you know, she's got that watering can there, and everything seems to be growing quite well, but there's something here that is disappointing this little soul here, because even though everything seems to be going good in her life, there's something else that she is waiting for to happen. So the message that I'm getting for you, group number 1, is okay. Sorry about that, group number 1. The thing that I'm using isn't very stable, but the message is funny that the whole camera just fell off there. Everything kind of went a bit upside down, and I think that that's sort of what's happening right now. Things in your life might feel like they're upside down when actually you have to, all that needs to happen here is that you need to change your perspective. And what I'm hearing is you don't really have to have it all figured out to get the ball rolling, basically. If you want to move forward again, you just need to change the perspective of why things are the way that they are, okay? Because you're sort of being held in this sort of feeling of limbo, because it's up to you. It's really up to you to change things about. I don't know why I'm hearing something to do with this is for a random person. Something to do with like getting an ear piercing, or something along those lines. So maybe you have a daughter, or maybe you want to get your ears pierced, or you want to change your style up a bit. But something like that you want to do might be that kind of step in the right direction to change something around. Maybe just changing one little thing about your appearance might actually make you feel like a different person. So that's a good way to get kind of started. It also could mean that maybe your daughter wants like her ears pierced, or she wants something that you're not really sure if you should let her have that. I'm hearing that, you know, if this is to do with being a mother or anything like that, you're just literally going through a cycle, you're going through a phase, and things are going to get better again. They're actually on the way up for you. Yeah, that is what I'm kind of getting from those first 3 cards. I'm going to pull an oracle card here as well. Yeah, so with the Wheel of Fortune, it's just like your spirit guides want you to know that everything is going to be okay. We have Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, and origin. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is that there is a lot of this light here. So there's something about this waiting period that you're in at the minute that has sort of put you on a bit of a gloomy kind of feeling right now, or there's something about it that's like you just have to kind of step outside or step inside something that is the temple here. Is this your own temple? Is it that there's a space or a place that you like to go to kind of pray or whatever it may be? I just think that you're sort of carrying the weight of the world sort of on your shoulders, and that's about to start changing, okay? You were maybe, and now that's why you're in the hanged man state, you're realizing that I have to begin anew, and I was put through this test for a reason, and now I know that why it happened with the origins there as well. I know why it happened, and I now just have to set myself free and be reborn, basically. So all of this light will come towards the actual new version of you, the version that's waiting for you on the other side. Okay, sorry, there's a bit of drilling going on upstairs. But yeah, basically I'm also hearing that you don't need to carry anything that's not yours anymore, and you need to sort of learn a little bit of boundaries with people, because I think you take too much on and you keep too much in, and then there's just so much of that goodness that you hold and give away as well, that you need to start doing it for yourself. You need to sort of like use up that energy of goodness to do something for you, okay? But yeah, that was a very quick reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and that is all I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 2. So we're going to just pull, or I've already pulled them, but this is the Star Spinner Tarot, and we are going to see what messages you have today. So we have the Page of Chalices, we have the 8 of Swords, and we have Temperance. Okay, so sort of the message that I'm getting from this is you sort of have to let go of what you think it is to be in balance, or how you can get yourself back into balance, and you kind of need to just let things be the way that they are supposed to be, and because that's how you actually fully let go of trying to control the situation, and you give it up to, you know, the universe or God or your guides. Temperance is kind of like your spirit guide. So you're trapping yourself by thinking that you have to do it a particular way. So that is the main thing that's keeping you stuck at the minute. It's saying that, you know, I can't do this, or I have to focus on doing this because I need to get myself back into balance, blah, 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 blah. And with the Page of Chalices here as well, I'm kind of getting a feeling that there's something to do with a lake house, or also a place that has like boats, and you just love the view, you love the energy around that place. It's somewhere that maybe you used to go to, that maybe you should try and plan on going back to take a little bit of a break to get back into balance. The dog as well. Dogs for me are about having fun. Also, they're about unconditional love, and this is just like she's looking at this dog and how it's so, you know, innocent, and it's just like coming up to her, and it's just being itself. It's just observing, and I think that that's what you need to get yourself back to and get back into, is just observing and being in the moment, like I said already, and letting things be the way that they're supposed to be, rather than trying to control the situation, or mainly with the swords about thinking that the situation should have went this way. That is the message that I'm getting for you, group number 2. Yeah, but I'm seeing a vision of you maybe in the summertime again, or because I am seeing you know, it being the weather's quite good there, or something about the sunset, maybe. But there's just some place that you are being called to kind of go and have a little bit of a retreat at. But yeah, let me see. I'm going to pull one of the oracle. I don't know the name of this oracle deck. I always forget it because I don't have the boxes now that I'm here in Lithuania. So I don't actually know the name of this deck. We have the Sacred Journey, Introversion, Seeker, and Self-Knowledge. Whoa, this is happening again. Sorry. That happened with group number... I'm just going to not have it that there. Okay. That happened with group number 1. Keeps falling on me. So we have Introversion, Seeker, and Self-Knowledge. Okay, so what I'm sort of getting from this card is that, again, the journey doesn't have to be as difficult as you make it out to be. Okay, so that's just one thing. It's sort of like looking at the lights on the way and keeping an eye out for basically the signs, okay, with a shooting star. Little things like that are really what's sacred about life, because that is miracles. These are having these synchronicities, or coincidences that people like to call them, when they're not really coincidences. They're just like really messages from the sort of the whole truth of like your whole blueprint of who you are. And you know, getting to the end and figuring out who you really are is sort of the whole... We don't really get there until we pass away or whatever. So I think it's like trying to realize that life isn't about trying to speed up or go at it with all of this really critical, being critical on yourself, because you want to know a lot more about yourself. You want to gain a lot of knowledge so that you can become the best version of yourself. There's a lot of people that throw that out. How can you become the best version of yourself? And now that is a very broad term, because there's so much that goes into, you know, learning about yourself. It's not a race, and that's just something that the universe wants you to know. It's about, you know, getting to this point, then to this point, and then to that point, and being like, wow, look how far I got already by just chilling out and not really trying to read all the books or study this or whatever it may be. Okay, so that's kind of the message that I'm getting for you, group number 2. Anything else? Yeah, and I think that one of the things that I'm getting from this as well, that the real conflict with yourself is actually that, you know, you're thinking about, you know, things like about karma and paying off my karma, and looking too deeply into, is this a past life relationship? Are we soulmates? All of these concepts are good to kind of like, we don't really like labels, but they're fun to use. So if these labels are not feeling fun to you, then stop using those labels and just try and like break it down a bit and get back into, you know, just enjoying things in a more childlike way and just observing it. Okay, so getting yourself back into innocence and just observing. There's a dog literally barking now. Observing how animals sort of just do what they do, and they just are who they are, and they don't try to be anything else. Do you know what I mean? Because in society we are trying as a collective, because it's our collective society. We are still a part of it. We can't really escape it fully. We can, but you know what I mean. So there is all of these things and standards and things that they're trying to, you know, mold us into, but that isn't exactly what you should be focused on. Okay, that's all I have for you, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and yeah, I will talk to you next time. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 3. Welcome to your message that you need to hear right now from your spirit guides. So we have 3 cards to start off with. Not going to be using any more than this, apart from one oracle deck. And this is the Star Spinner Tarot. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning. So for you, we have the Lovers. Lovely. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is really good energy, and I think that this is well deserved. That's what I'm hearing from you, from your guides, that this is very much well deserved. Weirdly enough, I'm looking at the Tower, and she's walking away from the Tower, and she's feeling this victorious kind of energy of like, I did it. I didn't walk towards the thing that I feel like was not the place for me to go. This Tower could have collapsed. This Tower might have had caca shitty energy, and you're walking away from that. And you're choosing, you walked away from it, and you chose to honor yourself, okay? Because the Queen of Coins, she's honoring who she is, and she's very much like happy with an easier life that is, you know, abundant in a different and unique way. That's literally just being happy about having a house, having food, and, you know, being happy within herself. She's just very grateful for every little thing that's in her life. And I think that that's something that has happened with you recently, group number 3, and you're realizing that this magic is just sort of, it keeps coming. And I'm hearing like, it's like really, it's crazy how when you sort of walk away from situations that do not serve you anymore, and you know, it's really hard to walk away from drama or friends that cause drama or whatever. But there comes a time when it gets enough is enough, and you kind of walk back to, you know, wait a minute, I need to work on me a little bit more, rather than relationships and situations that don't work for me. And come sort of sorry, blah blah. Sorry, my throat. Trying to speak. We have the Lovers here as well. So I do think that what is happening is that there is some sort of, if you're looking for a relationship, there is some sort of a relationship that is coming into your life that is going to be a reflection of the hard work that you have done. And that's what I'm getting. Because I feel like in the past, you were surrounded by people who, you know, were trying to be something that they're not, okay? It could be close friends. And then when they're in, like in a social situation where they're out with friends, they tell you one thing and then they add on a story, or they lie about certain things, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? Why are you not being honest with people and stuff like that? And I think that phase of your life is sort of ending, because you're realizing, like, I want people who are genuine. I want people who are truthful, and that, you know, when I'm around them, I feel this energy of acceptance, and they also feel it too. It's like you both just accept each other for what it is about the other person. So you're going to realize that you're not letting other negative kind of dramatic people or situations access your life anymore, because you're realizing that it's a lot more peaceful and it's a lot more content when you don't like force yourself to just go be with these people because you feel bad because you haven't seen them in a long time, blah blah blah, all of these things. Okay, now I'm going to pull out an oracle message. And we have the full moon temple celebration, peak, transcendent moment. Okay, with this card, I'm sort of getting again that this is the universe sort of saying this is your sacred sanctuary, okay? And you have all that you need. Everything is sort of there. You are the light in the middle. This is your temple, this is your body, and your body is sort of really protecting this area, this part of the land as well. So it's also to do with you're happy in your community or your area, you're happy with the garden that you have around your house, the trees, the nature, the sky, the clouds, the connection to the peace and the quiet, and sort of being in a place that feels like it's elevated above the earth sort of in a way, because of how peaceful it is there, and how peaceful you know, you might not live in an area that's that nice, or it doesn't feel that peaceful, but because you found the peace within yourself, you're at a peak. You're at the full moon. When the moon is full, you're feeling like fully illuminated, and you're feeling like, almost overwhelmed in a way, because when we have a full moon, people kind of get a little bit overwhelmed if they haven't dealt with their shit. But for you, it's like the full moon sort of brings out a lot more of that energy that you already hold within you. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that the main message that I'm getting from this as well is just to keep making sure that you're not absorbing energy from others anymore. Because you are probably someone who is quite empathic, you know, you feel the connection with others, okay? Once you are in contact with people, you can feel the energy move through you. And this is sort of saying that really be more observant about whose energy is actually sort of draining you. And it's not that they're stealing your energy or anything like that. You're consenting to be around them. So that's what you're realizing. Like, I'm not consenting to that anymore. Okay, putting up a little bit more of the boundaries here. And you know, if you have to sort of be around that person, that's fine. But make sure it's when you have your energy is quite high, and that you're only limiting yourself to go meet them for a period of time. So no longer than a day. You know, you probably don't want to spend the whole day with that person. So just like 4 hours. And, you know, don't feel bad that you have to schedule your time, but because these people that are like that will use up all of your time just to get attention, or just to, you know, get you in for long enough so that they can then eventually cause drama. Okay, they sort of rope you in, and then you're there with them, and then when they feel like they've got you, they cause this whole drama, and you're like, what the fuck, why did I stay? Okay, and that's why I think you've started to realize I'm walking away from the tower moment before it happens. So yes, that is all I have for you. Group number 3, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 4, welcome to your reading. So this is what messages you need to hear right now from your spirit guides. We have 3 cards. I'm not going to pull any more than this. I'm going to pull 1 Oracle card, and that'll be it. So this is the Star Spinner Tarot. So the 3 cards that you have the 6 of Swords, you have the 9 of Wands, and you have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay, the energy that I'm getting from this is... just want to see if you can see them a little bit better like that. So, the energy that I'm getting from this is that you are a weapon. No, not in a bad way. You are a weapon to be reckoned with, okay? And you need to realize that you have a lot of power, because with the Queen of Swords, that energy is like, there is a lot of things that you could say that might, you know, make people jealous, and make people want to push your buttons, and make people want to, you know, bring you down, and say that, you know, you're not good enough, or manipulate you into thinking that, you know, you should leave. You should, if you're so good, you should go do that. If you think you're like this, you should. There are people that just are not wanting the best for you. You're surrounded by that sometimes. Also, this could be that it is sort of in your own head as well. And now people will say, it's not in my head. But it could be as well. Because like if it's in your head, then it's in your head. If you're thinking that, and then that's exactly what is happening. Okay? Because you're literally, if you're thinking about it, then that's what the situation is sort of trying to tell you as well. That, you know, eventually, because I'm looking at these 2 circles, okay? This is the moon. And the moon is... it's a new moon moving into a full moon, and over here we have the Queen of Swords. So this is sort of saying that whenever you're hearing this, by the next full moon, you need to sort of get into this energy of, I do not give a shit what others are doing better than me, or looks like they're doing better than me. I am doing a lot better than I was last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 6 years ago, how many years ago you want to say it is. Or it could be a week ago. Okay? But that's all you have to focus on. Because with the Queen of Swords, she wants to be the best. Okay? She wants to be the best in, you know, making sure that she's taking action in things. Okay? So really the only enemy you have here is yourself. You hold the sword. You are the queen. Okay? And sometimes, we have over here with the Six of Swords, sometimes you need to let that go. You need to let go of the criticism on yourself because of what you think others might think of you, if you aren't, getting yourself outside of your comfort zone. Okay, you can be comfortable sometimes. It's okay. So don't always feel like you need to do better. You need to just keep advancing in life, and you need to sort of just, you know, there's a feeling as well of like being afraid to cry or something along those lines. And again, I'm getting the feeling that, crying is healthy. Crying is dealing with an emotion that's being put into this circle and not really wanting to. The way I'm looking at it is that if you cry, you sort of feel that, you're failing in a way, and this is a subconscious sort of thing. So I think that the energy that is moving is the Queen of Swords needs to sort of blend with the Queen of Cups. Okay, that's the energy you want to have. Still, you're still going to be that person who thinks logically, who is quite intelligent and smart and quick-witted, and has this sort of like energy that can cut you if you mess with you, but at the same time, you're actually you will also cut yourself. You will be like, I need to cut that shit out. I need to stop being like that around people. I need to just kind of chill out a bit. And yes, that is true, but it's because you're not dealing with the emotions, that really it is the reason you might snap back at people is because you're letting them get to you. And that's what I'm getting from this reading is you can't let people get to you anymore. You don't really know what's going on in other people's life. You don't really know what's going on in their head. Everyone has their own little universe going on in their own world, in their own perspective, in their own life. And everyone's going through some sort of a difficulty. So the reason that they say things is not because they're trying to, hurt people. So don't continue the trend is basically what I'm getting. Move away from that trend and just focus on that, all that matters is you are happy with how you're doing. Okay, and there is no time limit, there is no race. Again, I said that in another pile, but yes, there's no race here. You need to just sort of take it a little bit easier on yourself. Okay, and now the last thing, I'm going to pull an oracle card, and we have pulling an oracle card, and we have the oracle. Okay, it says oracle. 3 and 1 comes up to a 4, so maybe this is talking about, maybe you are wanting to move home as well, because this is moving away from a place that just doesn't make you happy anymore. It says sacred living, spirit speaking, and intervention. Okay, what I'm getting from this card is that, there's something about where you're living that is not letting you feel connected to your emotions. Okay, so it could be that the space that you're living in does not feel that energy of who you are now. So you might be wanting to really work on maybe moving somewhere that is more suited to who you are as a person now. Okay, and again, she's throwing things into this bowl here, and it's not a fire, but it's it's some sort of light. And I literally do see the face of a baby here in this. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Do you see the face of a baby? I don't know if you do. I'm seeing the face of a baby here. So maybe some of you have lost a baby in the past, or there's things that you had to let go of in your life that could be something to do with you and your connection with your own mother or something like that. And there's been a lot of this stuff coming up for you. to do with babies, to do with children, to do with, you know, maybe, you know, you had a miscarriage or something in the past, or whatever it could be. And if you are male, if you had a partner that had went through that as well, whatever it may be, um, these are all these lessons in life are about growth. So the more painful they are, the more you grow from them. And I think that that's sort of what this oracle is trying to say, this message from the oracle, okay, is that you know that things are going to improve for you. So you just have to take it one step at a time. You're not barricaded away, okay, with this Nine of Wands. You're not barricaded away. You do have the power to take little small, just removing one of those sticks each day, and those sticks represent passion. So removing something that you're not passionate about anymore and replacing it with something that makes you happy. And that could literally be like in your own space. Like maybe you don't like watching the TV anymore, so you want to get rid of the TV. Maybe you don't like the sort of cutlery you have, or whatever, anything, silly things like that. Replacing them with, and again, it's more so about also letting go more of the material stuff, and letting it be about manifesting more of what you truly actually deserve into your life as well. And yeah, anything else? I think as well, another thing that I'm getting is that you could maybe start doing some sort of prayer. Okay, I don't know how people like to pray, but one of the ways I like to pray is, here's an example. Like when the sun is like about to set, you can go out, because sun is soul. Okay, so connecting with the sun's energy is connecting to your soul. So it's like praying to your soul, your higher self, to God, whatever you want to call it. And you literally just sun gaze. So right before it's going down, when it's really orange, you can like literally just stare into the sun, and you know, you don't stare all day. You can stare for a while, and then like say some sort of a prayer, and then look away and close your eyes and let that energy sort of, you know, charge up inside of you, and then do it again, ask another question, do it as many times as you want, basically. And I'm getting that from this card as well, sort of working with the light to bring more of that into your life, to lighten your load, basically, to let go of things that don't serve you anymore. And having a conversation with the sun, it feels like you're actually talking to God, because it's just like, without the sun nothing would grow. Okay, we really need the sun. So yeah, but that is all I have for you, group number 4. I hope you enjoyed that message, and I will talk to you in the future. Goodbye.